Hey guys, Sarah here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the new Lancome. These are the ABSOLU lippies. They come in a few different formulas and I have one of each of the formulas with me. So I'm going to do swatches and then just give you guys my opinion about the price, the packaging, and the product, all of that. So if you want to know all of that info, then keep watching. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss any of my future videos. All right, let's get into it. All right, forgive me if I did pronounce that wrong, but I do believe they are the Lancome ABSOLU, and then there are 3 different formulas, and I have one of each of the formulas. So this one is in the number 378, which is Rose Lancome, and this is in the Velvet Matte formula. And then this one is in the shade 222 Beige Muse, and this is in the Gloss Sheer formula. And this one is in 319, which is Rose Caress, and this is in the Gloss Cream formula. So I am just going to talk about all the pros, cons, all of that with you guys. First of all, the packaging. I think the packaging is stunning. Most of Lancome's packaging is really, really pretty. Each of these has a flower on the top of the lid, and then it is just really pretty packaging, and they unscrew and then have a doe foot applicator. Pretty typical. I do really like them. I like that it goes from being round to square at the bottom. I think that's kind of a cool little twist on it. And they do come in a box. This is what the outer packaging looks like. It's just a silver box with the same flower embossed on it and then black text. These retail for $25 a piece, and like I said, there's a few different formulas and tons of different shades, so I think that for every person there's going to be something different that they are looking for. Alright, I'm going to take the liner that I have off of my lips, so I start with a bare lip, and then I'm just going to swatch all of these for you guys and talk about each formula while I swatch them. And I'm going to go in order of pigmentation because this one obviously is the darkest one, so it's going to be the hardest one to get off. Alright, my lips are completely bare. The first shade I'm going to swatch for you guys is this one in 222 Beige Muse, and this is in the Gloss Sheer formula. This one from the packaging, it looks like it has quite a bit of shimmer in it, and this is the applicator. So I'll just swatch it for you, and as you can see, it's very, very shimmery, but it is pretty sheer. So I'll just go ahead and apply this. So that is the formula. It is super, super shimmery and shiny, but it doesn't feel like gritty at all. A lot of times if there's a lot of shimmer in a product, it'll kind of feel grimy, and this definitely doesn't feel grimy. As far as scent, it has kind of like a florally scent, but it's not really strong. This would be a really pretty formula to throw on top of basically any lip color that you have because it is pretty sheer. It's not really going to mess with the lip color that much. I also think that it looks pretty on its own. I'm a huge fan of glossy lips, so this one is kind of right up my alley. It gives you just this tiniest amount of color, but then also just gives you a ton of shine. So it's kind of like on that end of the spectrum, way glossy but not as much color, and I think as we move on we'll get a lot more color and less gloss. Alright, next up is this one in 319 Rose Caress, and this one is in the Gloss Cream formula. Again, it has the same doe foot, and then this is what this one looks like. It's a little bit more pigmented, but it's definitely still super glossy. So let's throw this one onto my lips. And this is what that one looks like. As you can see, this doesn't look as dramatic as it does in the tube. This is a very, very like Barbie pink, and that's not what it looks like on my lips at all. So I think that this one, again, it has the same scent, same formula. It is a little bit creamier with less shimmer in it, but it is still pretty sheer, and it gives you just a little bit more pigment than the last one does. And lastly, this one is in shade 378, which is Rose Lancome, and this is in the Velvet Matte formula. And again, same applicator. And as you can see, this one has much, much, much more pigment. So let's apply this one to my lips. Alright, so this is what that one looks like, and it's not fully opaque from one coat. It does say velvet matte, and when I first got it, I was expecting it to be more matte than it is. It doesn't actually ever dry down. It's more of a demi matte, so it's not transfer proof, but it definitely is more matte than the two other glossy formulas. So all three of these have been swatched, obviously on my hands and then also on my lips. As far as final thoughts, I think that it depends on the formula. So the Gloss Sheer is my favorite formula because I think that this is a great gloss. It's not sticky at all, but it's definitely very, very shiny and glossy. And it would still be really versatile because you could put it on over any lip color and then also just wear it on its own if you wanted to. Next up is the Gloss Cream formula. I'm not as big of a fan of this one. I like other gloss formulas better. I even like the L'Oreal, I think it's like the Super Lustrous lip gloss. I really like that formula. I love the Buxom full-on lip creams. Those are my absolute favorite formula, and those ones are $20, so this one is a bit more expensive, and I just don't like this formula as much. I don't think it's as versatile. I don't like the pigmentation of it as much. I just prefer the Buxom and the L'Oreal one over this one. And then the same goes for the Velvet Matte. This one, even right now, I'm self-conscious that I'm getting it on my teeth. I hope I don't have it on my teeth right now. Let's check. If a formula is going to be matte, I want it to be matte so I don't have to worry about it. This one is like matte, but also not transfer proof. So I feel like it could get everywhere and it's kind of messy, and the applicator, it's easy to use as far as these ones, and even putting it on, I do like that the applicator is a little bit pointed, but it's also flexible. So it's easy to apply the color, and I think it'd be better with a lip liner, but it's not fully opaque. It's like, I just feel like this product doesn't know what it wants to be. It's not a lipstick, it's not a liquid lipstick, it's not a gloss. Like, it just doesn't fit into a category, and it leaves me feeling like it could come off like a gloss, but it's so pigmented that I don't want it to be all over my face. So if you're going to invest in one of these, I suggest investing in the sheer gloss formula, not necessarily in the other two formulas. All right, I had to take that color off because I was getting a little bit worried that it was gonna end up on my face by the end of the video. So anyway, the one thing I will note about the Velvet Matte one is that it kind of does stain. Like, I don't know if you can see it here anymore, but right here I had it swatched earlier today and I could not get it off of my hand for the life of me. I'm actually going to just take the swatches off right now. Like, these two obviously come off very easily because they're sheer formulas, but then this one, it's like it wants to leave behind the color. It almost is a stain. So I thought that was interesting because it is a glossy formula. It seems like it shouldn't end up staining your hand. But yeah, I'm like scrubbing at my hand trying to get it off, and I can get it off, that's not a big deal, but it was just interesting that for a glossy formula that it doesn't come off very easily. All right guys, those are all of my thoughts for the three products. I hope that this was helpful for you. Let me know down below if you've tried these, or if you haven't, if you're thinking about trying them, let me know down below in the comments. And give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.